Hey, it's Sage, and I'm here with a video. This time it's on a manga that I've been reading recently that I really enjoy, which is Chainsaw Man. Now, the first half of this video is going to be relatively spoiler-free, and I shall put some form of flashy klaxon. I say I, it won't be me. Somebody precious to me will put a flashy klaxon for the spoilers, so don't worry too much about those if you're interested in reading for yourself. But without further ado, the story starts off with a little kid called Denji and his kind of like devil pet called Puchita. I hope I'm saying it all right. Hopefully. But the general gist of it is that Denji owes like a 38,040,000 yen debt to the Yakuza. The Yakuza, this is all in the first couple of pages, trust me, this isn't the hook. This is all fine. The Yakuza are kind of using him to like do various odd jobs, like he sells one of his eyes, he sells a testicle, fair enough. It didn't even get him that much money, which is really funny. Like there's comedy value to it. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, is that it's this kind of graphic, slightly gory, slightly like edgy, like thrillery, words kind of thing, and it's a good laugh. It is. And so Denji hunts other devils with his little pet to pay back his debts to the Yakuza, because decent devil hunters generally seem to work for above board services, like they won't sell their corpses to the black market, so for Denji to be working under the Yakuza directly is really useful for the Yakuza, is the kind of setup so far. And then that is a relatively fairly standard premise in a way. Like there's not much like, oof, that's a different story. Like owing debt to the Yakuza is the start of a lot of stories. And as with the start of a lot of stories, it kind of does take a bit of a left and we go into a different premise. So if that premise isn't quite for you, but you like the idea of like a devil hunter kind of story, then it does change a little bit, but I'm not going to go into that just this second, because that is as far as I'll go before the noise. And so with some spoilers, Genji was already in a grimdark situation. He starts coughing up blood at one point. He makes reference to his dead mother dying of something like to do with a heart condition. His dad is also dead, his dad is also dead, who is the one who leaves him with the debts. And that kind of premise is interesting enough, but it doesn't have much room for potential, like, to grow further, because it's like, oh, once you get to the end goal of paying off the Yakuza, you're kind of done with that story. You'd only really be exploring the lore of, like, this world, which is fun, and I love exploring lore, but it's nice to have other motivations. And Denji's motivations are very simple, because Denji is incredibly poor. And I mean, the guy is eating a slice of bread a day level poor. He's like breadline of whether he can live or die every day. And so his dreams are about cuddling girls and eating snacks. And his dreams are about maybe possibly getting to touch the titty, which is pure, and I love him. I'd let him touch my titty. I would. Because he deserves it. He's had a hard life. I take pity on him. Which is bad, I shouldn't. Because what he ends up doing is really cool. He ends up dying. Straight up dying and merging with his pet Puchita. Yeah, Puchita. I've read 6 chapters of this and I'm so bad at names. But anyway. And they go off together to kill devils under like an organization who finds them. And the organization treat them to like lavish food, and the person that picks him up is a girl, and like so his kind of handless situation is like quite has a female presence, which is interesting, and she's pretty cool too. She's very like, I'm going to step on you, like you're my dog, which is fun. I like that dynamic. It's funny. And there are lots of comic moments in it, even though it can be quite like dark and gory and all of that. There are comic moments, and I enjoy them. They hit the nail relatively well, even in translation. So I do highly recommend it. It's been such a good laugh for me so far. The art is really good. It seems to be like, from what I can tell from some of the color pages of the artist, like knowing a bit about art myself, like this is probably one of their first bigger projects. I'm not 100% sure. The only reason I say it is because some of the angles and stuff like that are quite like basic. Some of like the views are a lot of the faces sometimes, so I think they're trying to like dabble their toes into this a little bit, like getting things down and making sure the dialogue all works and things like that, but without like stressing themselves too much. There are some really great panels in it though. Like I'd like to stress, like some of the art is really good, and it's totally worth checking out. It's only 6 chapters at the moment, as I have said. It's on Viz or Shonen Jump, or whichever. Viz do it, license it, Shonen Jump displays it. It's all free at the moment, so just get on the train, because it's a hype little train to be on, and I want other people to talk to you about Chainsaw Man, because it's really good. So it's been Sage, and I'll see you.